The big difference between what I'm presenting today and what the other groups have done is that I didn't plan to do anything with Haiti, with water filters. I didn't know about the need. I was a typical American. But, we're good. There's other people have a need. And I went to the doctors, and my doctor happens to be Dr. Edmondson, president of Starfysh. And
there's your first mistake.
Yeah. Since I was a child, I've been going to him. And you can see on the posters there that we had designed. Similar to that, in the waiting room, where you obviously wait a long time at the doctor's office, I read an article there that had to do with raising money for water filters. And I thought, you know what, this was just before Thanksgiving, I'm going to show my students a video clip of Dr. Edmondson in Haiti. And it was just a 3-minute clip that showed what the living conditions were. It was him walking into one of the, I don't even want to call it a tent. I don't know what it was, a sheet of sticks basically with a mud floor. And I showed the students that and said, okay, do you see what we have to be thankful for? Enjoy your Thanksgiving break. Well, by the time the video was done, students were standing up saying, we need to help them. We're going to do something to help them. And I've worked, this is my 11th year teaching. I've worked with kids before, and they don't always follow through with things like that. But it was pretty clear that these kids were determined. And long story short, they weren't going away, and I wasn't going away either. And it was like the good Lord handed me 4 aces to play. I didn't plan any of this, but every step, another ace, another ace. The business directly across the street from our school funded us to get started. And I'm not going to say much more because they're going to talk. The big difference, too, with this project is it's based on project-based learning, which means I have the students learning what I need them to learn along with other life skills. So it ends up being part of school as well. And so one of the teams that I had was a presentation team. So when we were invited to speak at an international water conference that I never knew existed, I have a presentation team that can come. So that worked out quite well. Strong. Okay. And as I mentioned before, I told the kids I wouldn't turn around and look at the screen, but on the first slide, you see that it's bright enough. I didn't know what students were talented with certain jobs, so I just posted it on the wall, and they would put sticky notes. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'll be a presenter. I'll be a technology facilitator. I'll be a salesperson. I'll be an accountant. All sorts of jobs. Writers to the press. Many, many jobs. And so you can see the sticky notes up there were students signing up for the specific job. Okay, that was just at the beginning. We had 3 phases for the project. Phase 1, we all need to learn about Haiti. I thought they spoke Spanish. I didn't know much about Haiti. And so we dug in with our research skills and began to learn. So who's doing research? Okay, go ahead.
Some of the ways we learned about Haiti was from books, people that came, and online research. This is one of the people that came, one of the visitors that came to educate us a little. And that's, I don't know, I forgot his name, but he's helping us in
Some guy.
He's forgettable.
Well, one of the things that I wanted as a teacher, I wanted the kids to get in there and get dirty. So I didn't want to talk about a biosand water filter. I wanted to get one up and running. And the first one we saw was empty. And I said, Mr. White, what is it going to take to get this thing up and running? And he supported us the whole way. And they came in and set it up. And this was actually practice for their trip to Haiti, which we didn't know was going to happen when we decided to do this.
We collected clear water bottles for something we were going to do later.
Could you hold up that dirty bottle, water bottle there?
Sure.
Water a bottle. Bottle of water. That was one quick way to show students, hey, want a drink? And we started to hang those and post those around the school, about 200 of them, before we announced anything. We didn't go public for about 2 or 3 weeks. So the kids were asking, what's with the dirty water?
Well, how we told others about what we were doing is we made posters and we had bulletin boards and we hung the water bottles around the school and we just didn't tell them that we were having sales and we had questions on what Haiti's needs were and we had posters.
We designed our posters. Yeah, the posters that you see there were designed by the students, and we used the parents' talents as well. And one happened to be a graphic designer and said, I can take that and make it into that. And we said, thank you. And that's the mother and son with the posters that she delivered. This was an interactive bulletin board, which is also part of our education piece. Here you see students actually lifting up the trivia questions and learning about Haiti's needs. What's happening here?
We, at recesses, we had picketed and told other kids on the playground about some Haiti's needs.
This was all before we asked for any money. This was just, hey, here's an important need you need to know about. And I think that's an important piece that any of the schools, when they do something like this, take away. It's an education piece, because if we just raise money and that's it, well, then they're not going to go on. Okay? I'll tell you at the end what's happening now with our project. You can see them involved here. Phase 3.
We had a presentation team to communicate with the school about the needs.
A little bit louder.
And that's the presentation team. An interesting way to communicate with the school. 3 people from the presentation team made a rap.
A rap. Their teacher happens to also know how to beatbox a little bit, so I supported them with the rhythm, and it's on YouTube. This YouTube, Mr. Audience, we are a web sensation. We're up to 134 as of this one. It's viral.
You 133 times, and who else?
No, it's all me. You had to ask, right? And then preparing for the sale was something we had to do. So
Yeah, that was the day before the sale. We were rehearsing. That was the 16th. And this is the day that the sale day, from 80 Wednesday. That's the 34th sale.
What did you sell?
bracelets.
They say starfysh.org and I helped Haiti.
Yep.
They were $1 each.
And if you go to the website, you can also donate to it.
We had some kids handle the technology. We usually had a video or something going of Haiti.
This was during lunchtime that we would have the sale, and the education piece continued throughout the sale for 5 straight Wednesdays.
Some people were standing outside of the sale telling people this is
You doing great?
We had a fun along the way.
Yes, I have one of those too.
This was Brad. He was asking a group of students what would they rather do, the dirty water or the clear water. That was the accounting team. We counted up the money that we had gotten from the sale. Gave the students with the students.
Go on.
This is with one of my classmates telling others about Haiti. That was another bulletin board we had. The thermometer showed how much money we raised. Then we had a big poster. And then the little posters that have water filters on them showed how many we bought. That's a class picture.
So when we first set out to do this project, we thought, okay, the end piece will be we get a check to Starfysh and we say thanks and that's it. But when the project got started, I heard quite quickly, hey, you know, there's a group going to Haiti bringing water filters in February, and our sale was in January. And I said, really? And they said, yeah, and we're connected with Starfysh.org, and so we will be delivering the water filters that you're helping to purchase. And no way, that's awesome. So while they were in Haiti, well, there's the check, all right? And
Well, it's not a real check.
I took a picture of the real check so that they learned the difference between play money and real money.
That is the team that went to Haiti and some Haitians helped out. And Mr. Audia had sent some bracelets with them.
You can see bracelets on there. Okay, and it was really neat for them to see Haitians wearing the bracelets too that they had. Dustin?
Well, these are some of the filters that they brought on board. They had 100, but they only installed 60 something.
The kids found that out yesterday. Why didn't they install all 100? They ran out of time. They should have stayed. Someone will put them in. It won't go to waste.
And this is the sticker you put on it. On the top it's in Haitian Creole, and at the bottom it's English. But it says it's provided by funds raised from the 4th grade class of Mr. Audia, Lowell, Michigan, USA, February 2000. And that's some of the happy people that received one, and apparently when children doesn't like pictures. And that's Dr. Edmondson with 3 happy little children. And that's the end of my slideshow.
When Dr. Edmondson went to Haiti before the official trip to put the filters in, I sent him an email saying, hey, can you write on a clipboard or something just to connect with our kids, something with Cherry Creek on it. And so I think it was like within the hour he had this on a clipboard and sent that to us. So that was before the sale or anything. That was a way for the kids to see we're already making a difference in connecting with Haiti. And so the adults with the Rotary and with Starfysh really made a huge difference in my students' life and myself. I'm not going away from this either. So, yeah.
So are you going to do the rat? Yeah, very good. You want to do the rat?
Well, the students that did the rat,
He's here.
it's on YouTube. Google Mr. Audia on YouTube, and you'll see the presentation and also the rap.
Audia.
Audia.
You should sell CDs.
Say that again?
I said you should sell CDs in your effort.
I've seen it. Well, the thing that the kids have many different talents across the country. So if we can get the kids to tap into their own talent and give them an opportunity, they're the ones that drive the train. Okay, we just really coach it along the way, and I'm so proud of this whole group. I brought 3, but my whole class is very representative of this. You see how respectful and responsible they are. Yeah.
Point in the right direction, get out of the way, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Did
right.
she finish telling about the big money that she was?
Oh, go ahead.
We
Well,
had,
yeah, go ahead. Our total.
yeah, we raised, our goal was 1,500, but we ended up raising 2,000.
89.
That's good.
Here's part 2. We didn't give all of that to Starfysh. We gave 1,500 because that was our goal, and the 589 is for what?
Is the seed money for other schools to use that so we started with back bracelets and we give them to the whatever schools, with whichever school, and then they sell them.
So that the extra 589, we're purchasing more bracelets to support other schools. Right now, the high school internet club that spoke, I think, during lunch. Hey, they're in the house. They're going to sell bracelets, and then one of the other elementary schools has decided to also host a bracelet sale. It starts with their motivation. Sorry to knock you over. I got excited there.
What kind of interest rate are you kids getting with your seed money when you lend it out?
0% and a lot of heart.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.